Last week, Thursday, I went on a bus to Innisfail, and it's like when there's rooms on the bus, then they don't like to share it. The tourist people, they put their port on there beside them. There's no excuse for that.
The first time I experienced racism was back at school. Like I was grade 3, grade 2, young. And yeah, I was being bullied because of my skin color. And yeah, I've been pushed downstairs, pushed against the walls, like by these 3 white people that was in my class. And like, yeah, I had to move out of that school. And it was a Catholic school too. I was teased because I was friends with this one Chinese girl. That was like the saying, like, yeah, she was just a friend, but that was teasing me for being friends with her, like saying bad stuff.
Oh, well, I've been going to just all black schools, just, hang around my own kind, just so I don't experience the things that my grandparents told me. Yeah.
One day, like, I was trying to jump on the bus, and it's like, this white man, like I never be waving down, like, he just pull over, and like, I looked at him, oh no, mate, I'm not jumping on this bus, I'm catching the next bus, and then he just said, oh mate, what the fuck you waved me down for, like, and like, I just looked at him, mate, like, he made me upset,
Racism. I've seen a lot of that happen in front of my face. Sometimes we sleep in the park and we get cars coming past, jeeps and all that, chucking shit at us. But that's nearly happening every second week for the last couple of months now. But I don't know what they got against us. But yeah, I think it's that colour. We're too strong for them. Colour of our skin. So we always stand up there and be proud to show them who we are.
And I also experienced it from the police too, just pulling me over for no reason and, just accusing me of stuff I don't do just because I'm near the area. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm too black to be white, too white to be black. And that's the way they see it. They say, well, you're not an Aboriginal person, you're too white. And I say, well, you don't look like a convict to me either, So it works both ways. Education is the key.
And there's this one incident now when I was just walking with my friends to the service station to get food. And like, this is a long time ago, back in Charters Towers. We was just getting food and we walked past a group of drunken white people. And I was like, look at these scabby black people. They're probably looking for dumpers, It was just only getting food. And then, yeah, we just started talking back to them, like, what the, fuck you said, It's like, it's going out. We just had a big argument. And I was walking off, still talking, down at us. And yeah, racism still is going on today.
I used to work in a banana farm. Yeah, with my ex-partner, the father of my kids. He still runs the farm. I had 3 German backpackers. Yeah, they were new. And it was almost Christmas. They had nowhere else to go. Me being a black woman, I invited them to stay at my home with me and my partner and my kids. And I had people around thinking, what are these white German boys doing at your house? And I was shocked. I was like, they need a place to stay. And they're workmates. So, yes, I wasn't being racist or anything, but yeah, bring them as a family, especially from overseas. But here back at home, yes, racists do exist.
Yeah, now like you said, as a kid there, you know, when I was 15, this little boy is only young. He's only a young white boy, and so down the skate park there now, and he's saying all these racist comments, you know, like nigger and all this shit, and I was like, how would you know words like that, little boy? You know, you're only little young fella. You know, your parents, but you should be warned about you. Shouldn't be teaching you shit like this, but.
It was treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you treat others with disrespect, then obviously disrespect will come to you. But if you treat others with respect, then they'll respect you back. Because it's all on you. Whatever you start, they'll start it too.
Queensland is very racism.
Yes, I believe racism still exists. I think today, probably most systematically, with the news and everything, you know, black fellas did this, black fellas did that. And
in nowadays, like you walk into a shop to buy something, you get a good publican, and some like they'll be like, oh yeah, he's a black person, you know, you had too much to drink, which you don't. Go outside, or you know, things like that, little things. Yeah, or you'll be standing up, car goes past, let's say N-word, and you know, yeah. So I've experienced that, but
yeah, I believe racism still exists today, but it's like nowadays people don't know that they're being racist in a way because like everything's a joke. Like they'll joke around and be like, come here, black this, but like they don't realize that like it's offensive, and like not much people notice it. But yeah, I believe racism still exists. Like a joke now. Like people think it's funny, but like, you know, it's written like it is race. You're being racist. Like when you define someone with color.
It happens every day. Well, it could be anywhere in Australia, around the world. Workplaces. I hear stories. There's even just up the main street. There could
Like racism is one of the most hated things I hate the most. I hate it with passion. Like everybody should know, like should accept the fact that everyone's different and everyone has their own opinion in anything else. Like, yeah.
And I've experienced racism. I was a manager of a transport company, an international transport company, and white fellas don't like being told what to do by black fellas. But I used to rub shit in and by, you know, giving them all the jobs any rate, just to let them know that I'm proud of who I am.
Racism is still going on, you know, around not only one place, it's everywhere, you know. See it sometimes, and I experienced in one which my dad passed away in a jail. Something happened to him. There was evidence on a camera that it was on a camera, but the person who done it, she was a police officer, which I don't know the name. Still trying to find out how can get through, you know, find out. But they actually destroyed the tapes and that, and you know, it still plays up in my mind. And because my dad was Aboriginal and trying to just because he just swore at the police and not whatever, you know, and things shouldn't be like that, you know. I mean, they should come forward and say what they done and have their reasons. Still today, I still feel the hurt and that, you know.
It does still exist, and my experience from it was I've gotten chased by two white men, just assuming that I was stealing, and they chased me with bats and dogs, and you get racism even from your own kind. There was a
girl that was black, but she thought she was white, so she downed me every day and said, "Oh, you look like this, you look like shit, you like that."
I have experienced it myself, and I have watched people people do that towards like my dad and my family and all that. But yeah,
we all live under one sky. We all have rain fall upon us, and we all breathe the same air. So why be racist when we all have these things that we have in common?
because I'm from Melbourne, and usually Melbourne is this big city with different nationalities and different people. In year 7, start of high school, I actually got bullied, so my mum decided to move me to this different school. And then she always said that if you experience racism, just walk away, don't say anything, just walk away. And that's what I did. In year 8 and 9, I got bullied about like my nose and everything. And it was someone that I don't actually talk to. It was someone, I knew him and everything, but we never actually had a conversation. And he went to the point where he was, every time, because his locker was above mine, every time I go get my books or lunch or my phone or anything, he would just say anything. He would say something, and then it got to the point where he would do it constantly, every single morning, after class, after school, just every single day, through year 8 and 9. And then it got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. So I told my teachers, I told my mum and everything. My mum just told me not to get it, like, not for me not to do anything back, and I just was like, I can't do it anymore. So I retaliated. I said something back. I just told him to, go away, and I was swearing at him and everything, of course. But with me going through that every single day for 2 years, I just couldn't anymore. So then we moved up here, and I still experience it even at school, even though everyone knows about me being Aboriginal and everything, but like I still experience it wherever I go. And it's light skinned, they will be like, you can't be Aboriginal because you're light skinned, and I was like, yeah, well, if you see my dad, you understand. And they just didn't believe me, so I just constantly do that everywhere I go. And it got to the point where I actually stayed to year 9, but then I had enough, so we moved up to Townsville, and that didn't do anything either.
These young people here, they're our future. So by standing up and speaking out, our tradition and our culture will keep going.